caldwells.com, and I'm here with my November 2021 Northwest Indiana real estate market update. Before we dive in, feel free to hit that bell icon and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're watching this on Facebook, feel free to like my page. That way you can get updates every time I post new videos or information about real estate related topics. So let's dive on in. Back in October, what I predicted to happen in October pretty much did occur. We saw the market slow down quite a bit, but home prices continued to go up. One area where I was wrong, I expected home prices to appreciate year over year in the middle to upper single digits. They did a little bit better than that throughout Northwest Indiana. So let's take a look at some stats. Overall, the number of homes sold was actually down 6% compared to October of 2020. We sold, 1,253 home sales were reported to the Northwest Indiana MLS. So again, down 6% from a year ago. Vast majority of those, almost 1,100, were single-family homes. Of those houses that sold, the average sale price was $263,000. Median sale price was $225,000. This is up 11% compared to a year ago for the average, and the median is up 7%. So it came in 2, 3, 4 points higher than where I kind of thought we would come in at. Average price per square foot is up to $131. That's up 13% compared to a year ago. The median price per square foot for sold houses was $127. Looking at condos represented 50 home sales in Northwest Indiana during the month of October. Average sale price of these was $202,500. Median sale price was $170,000, so half of those 50 condos sold for more than $170,000 and half sold for less than $170,000. Respectively, these are up 27 and 21% compared to a year ago, so some really fantastic appreciation on condos. That's a trend that we've been seeing all year long, really outpacing single-family homes, and not really coming down much either. We've seen single-family home price year-over-year appreciation start to normalize to kind of the high end of the typical range. We're not really seeing that with condos. Townhomes and half duplexes, there was 105 of those sold in the month of October. Average sale price was $243,000. Median sale price was $235,000. Average price per square foot here was $153, and the median price per square foot was $155. So average sale price on townhomes and half duplexes up 11%. So that's kind of breaking down a little bit. We saw it scoring very high figures like condos for year-over-year appreciation, but a little bit lower in the month of October. Luxury home sales in Northwest Indiana. I count a luxury home sale as anything over $500,000. That's because those homes generally are less than 10% of the Northwest Indiana real estate market. In October 2021, there were 70 home sales for $500,000 or more, and they actually accounted for 5.6% of all home sales. Average sale price of these homes was $731,000. That's up 5% from a year ago. Median sale price was $625,000. That's up 4% from a year ago. Average price per square foot came in at $194. Median price per square foot came in at $172. So all across the board, every type of housing, we're seeing appreciation. You're seeing appreciation on the average sale price, median sale price, and prices per square foot. Luxury homes are benefiting as well. But overall, we did sell 6% fewer homes than we did in October of 2020. So I think that's something that's kind of interesting. Also, October was the fourth straight month of that. So what would that be? July, August, September, and October. All 4 of those months of 2021, we sold fewer homes than in those same months, looking at each individual month of 2020. So really kind of interesting to see that pattern going on. Inventory. So this is the very beginning of November. Took a look at the inventory. This is the first month since March of 2021 where we have fewer homes to sell at the beginning of the month compared to the month prior. So you compare November to October, the beginning of November to the beginning of October, we have fewer homes to sell right now than what we did at the beginning of October. And again, this is the first month to see that pattern go in that direction since March. Probably a seasonal type of thing. It's November, starting to get cold, the holidays are coming, people are going to hunker down, that type of stuff, that seasonality that kicks in. It's probably what it is. Anyhow, we had about a little under 1,400 homes available for purchase. This is all across Northwest Indiana and looking at every housing type. That only equals about 40 days of supply, which to me isn't a great thing. We've been seeing home inventory build for several months. And then we start a month where we have less than we did the month before. Having only 40 days of supply as we approach what is generally the slowest time of the year. We have the fewest home buyers out there in the marketplace. That's November and December. To only have 40 days of supply at that time kind of tees up that we're going to have a really similar winter and spring as what we saw last year. But I've seen things change pretty rapidly too. So, and we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to my predictions. Lastly, luxury homes. Luxury homes, again, that's homes listed for over $500,000. They accounted for 17% of, sorry, long day. And I don't breathe enough when I talk. So luxury homes, they accounted for 70% of all the homes currently listed. That is a disproportionate amount. Again, I use $500,000 as the benchmark for a luxury home because they make up usually less than 10% of home sales. We see in the month of October, they made up 5.6%. Why 17% of the homes in Northwest Indiana are listed over $500,000? I don't know. A lot of them probably won't quite get that. And what's really wild is the average list price is $875, and the median list price is $725. So half of those homes are below $725, and half are above it. So you've got nearly 10% of the market pushing upwards of a super luxury level for Northwest Indiana. The top 1% of homes, which starts to kick in around $800,000-900,000. So with half of these luxury homes being listed above $725, it's wild. A lot of optimistic home sellers out there, I guess. Some predictions as we get into November and December and roll through the holidays and get to the start of winter. I think November, some normalcy is going to kick in. I think we'll see about fewer sales or an equal amount of sales as what we had last year. And even coming in equal isn't that great. Last November was light. If you remember last November 2020, we were approaching a major election, presidential election, and lots of senators and all the House members and everything like that. Lot going on there. Pretty contested election too. That probably had a lot of people just distracted. Basically what I'm getting at is we didn't sell very many homes last November. So if we match that in 2021 when there is no election going on, not very impressive to me, and kind of a sign that the market's just a little bit soft. Home prices will continue to appreciate. I think even more likely we'll see what I'm going to stick with my prediction from last month. Middle on houses, middle single digits to upper single digits year over year appreciation. Condos will probably do a little bit better. Low double digits to low teens, 11 to 14%, something like that. Townhomes, I think they'll do the same. Another prediction, holidays are here. People are going to be a little bit distracted. Last year we saw a COVID resurgence as we came into the holidays. A lot of people suddenly kind of pumped the brakes on their holiday plans. This year I think everybody's going to go bananas and jam 2 years of holidays into 1 year. I just kind of think that's what's going to happen. It's November 2nd as I shoot this video. I just ran to the grocery store and an entire aisle of Christmas candy all ready to go. So I think the world's going to be really distracted for the next 60 days as we get through Christmas. But I'm going to cover, but two, the holidays can be a very, very good time, and I'm going to kind of share that more so with buyers when I get to the advice, the last section of the video. We're almost wrapped up, I promise. As we get into winter, I think winter just kind of bumps along. I think we have a pretty normal, pretty typical winter. I don't think we have a whole lot above average number of sales. I don't think it turns into a disaster either, where there's just nobody. It never is that way. I certainly don't think it'll be that way this year. I think a winter, we will have a normal Northwest Indiana real estate winter. I do think we will come out of it early. I do think February, March, there's going to be more buyers out there, but we will see. So how I end these videos, I always give a little advice based on what I see going on. If you're a home buyer, please go out and buy a home. Go out and buy a home. The home prices are what they are. They're going to continue going up as we go into 2022. They're going to go up all throughout the year 2022. There is no evidence or ingredient that the doom and housing crash is coming. Just there's no evidence to support this. There just isn't. There's countless evidence that all says the opposite. So if you're having a major life event go on, or you're just getting to a place in life where it's time to buy a home, go out and buy a home. Holidays, excellent time to buy a home. It might not be the best time of year to be moving, but that's one of the reasons why it's such a great time of year to buy a home. So get out there and go for it. If you're a seller, would really encourage you to go for it as well. Holding out to the winter, through the winter and into the spring, I can understand that. What I would think though is I really don't see the 20 and 25% year over appreciation repeating itself. If you're holding out for that, I don't think that you'll be well rewarded. I think instead, when we start seeing closed sales in May of next year in June, you're going to see single family home appreciation rates 8-9%, something like that. So, and two, right now, the market's really kind of thinned out on certain types of homes. Large homes, I don't mean like necessarily super luxury, but kind of homes, there's not a lot out there of the bigger homes, 4 bedroom, 5 bathroom, or I'm sorry, 4 or 5 bedrooms, 3 or 4 bathrooms, 3-car garage. A lot of those in a lot of different communities would be in the very high 300s, and maybe your more rural areas up through the 400s, and getting even into the lower half of the 500s in some cities like Valpo and Crown Point and places like that. We don't have very many of these homes on the market. So if you're a person who owns a home like that and you're thinking about making a sale, go for it. It's just a calmer time. You get some really serious buyers when it's getting dark at 4 p.m. and it's cold and icy and snowy. Buyers out there looking at homes, they're pretty serious about what they're doing. If you're selling and buying, take both pieces of advice that I just shared. Great time to buy a home. Replacement could be a little bit challenging right now if you are trading up to a larger home. If you've got a larger home to sell and you're going to downsize and you want to sell and buy at the same time, really get out there and get after it. And due to inventory being kind of thin, but also things not seeming like such a panic right now because there's just less market participants, I think you'll get better cooperation amongst buyers and sellers. I think maybe a little holiday cheer can always help with that too. So that's one thing that we ran into a lot of problems with in the peak of the season, was just buyers and sellers kind of forgetting about the needs of the person on the other side of the transaction and kind of letting some of that cooperation go. So again, my name is Chuck Vanderstell, operating manager of the real estate website quadwalls.com, and I am a real estate agent with Listing Leaders. I serve all of Northwest Indiana. I download the Quad Walls app, great place to shop for homes and stay in touch with me. You can go right to the App Store or Google Play Store and download that. Spend some time on quadwalls.com reading the articles that I've written about different cities and towns. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And feel free to contact me if you ever want to talk about anything to do with some real estate. Thank you very much for watching.